Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jerry Rice, San Francisco.
Jerry Rice from San Francisco. Talk to me.
So pretty much, man. Now we get to Max Kellerman. Once Devin does win the championship, now Max Kellerman turns around and doesn't want to call him undisputed. ESPN tried to say George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez were undisputed before Devin Haney and all this stuff, and then the British announcers announced it differently. So pretty much what happens is you got so much disrespect for Devin Haney that now they took him off, put him on, and they took him off. Right? He's fighting for ESPN, fighting with Top Rank. He's doing independent contract work, getting his bread per diem. You know what I'm saying? He know what he's doing, and he got to go through all this racism and all this different nuanced bullshit that they be doing to us. So I'm like, man, they so disrespectful for Devin Haney that they double down with shit that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, Lomachenko really didn't want to fight Devin Haney. Really did petition for the franchise belt. Yeah. Go ask Mauricio Sulu.
No, that's
you know
true.
What I'm saying? So let's be real about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody coming after Lomachenko. We saying the real. We putting it out there. They're saying, no, Devin Haney is the top dog. Ain't no reason for him to fight no Lomachenko when Lomachenko already he got Teofimo and George Kambosos problems. You know what I'm saying? He fighting his sparring partner right now. Come on, man. Let's stop playing right now, man. Y'all don't even know what's going on right now, man. It's been going on for years. And Max Kellerman really the one that's been doing it. Oh, you the email champ. Now he don't want to call him undisputed right after he win. All the shit ESPN do. Joe Tessitore, Mike Coppinger, all of them. You know what I'm saying? They do all kinds of bullshit. And it's just like, yo, man, if y'all gonna keep doing this shit, you know what I'm saying, and being disrespectful to the champs, y'all got heavyweights on the shit, so y'all can't put no black fighters on there.
So
y'all really disrespectful right now.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel that Devin Haney and people like yourselves, let all of the stuff that you're saying, the way you feel about Max Kellerman and ESPN and all of that stuff there, do you feel that there's too much importance? You're putting too much weight on what they say, how they feel, especially if you know that Max Kellerman has a double standard. I agree with you with the double standard issue.
Well, I mean,
absolutely, but I absolutely agree with the double standard. But do you feel that, okay, if you know that this is the way they roll, this is how you feel, I'm trying to figure out why would Devin, someone like yourself, even get upset at what Max Kellerman or ESPN does when you automatically know this is what they do.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, no, it's not that. It's because he actually has to work with them. So he was working with DAZN and everything, but now he's doing his bid with them right now, and he's doing this CEO, stuff. So if he's doing that, then pretty much Max Kellerman them should be trying to pump him up to sell his fights better, not try to promote him in something else. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be getting ready to fight Gervonta Davis and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't worried about no Lomachenko, bro. Promise. Because Lomachenko has been calling no Gervonta Davis. I promise. He got Devin Haney problems. See, Devin Haney done cleaned out the division. So y'all being disrespectful by not putting this man on there, and y'all got this man. He ain't even got the Ring Magazine belt, but he on the Ring Magazine top 10. Like, come on, bro. Y'all being very disrespectful to this brother, man. Y'all do anything y'all can to keep these white dudes. Tyson Fury retired. Tyson Fury retired, and he's a heavyweight. Usyk is retired. Is a heavyweight. Lomachenko pretty much was retired and was fighting war and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he got Teofimo Lopez problems. He had George Kambosos problems, you know what I'm saying? And Devin Haney cleaned all that up by just some weird fate twist that it would come to be. He had to go to war, you know what I'm saying? And now he's back from war. I don't know if that's AWOL or what, but I mean, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy, man. You come AWOL just to come fight, or AWIL just to come fight the black dude once you get the belt. You weren't worried about fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? When Teofimo and George Kambosos had the belt. As soon as Devin Haney got the belt, now it's about as soon after Devin Haney beat Kambosos, he said Lomachenko coming back.
All right. Hey,
Come on.
Jared Rice, salute to you, fam, man. We're
Hey,
gonna wrap
Terrence
this up.
Crawford he got a racism lawsuit with Bob Arum, man, right now. So this is not far-fetched, okay? These are things that we have pretty much seen throughout the history of Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford, and a lot of other people, you know?
All right, Jared, shout out to you, fam. Shout out to Jared from San Francisco. Salute. You will have fan bases that will try to discredit the fighters that are doing the most while praising the fighters that are doing the least. True. That's the problem that I have. They will discredit a fighter that's undisputed, that's unified champion, that's fought more top 10 fighters, that's dominating. The fans today and YouTube channels, they would say he fought in a weak division. The tournament he fought in was trash. He's a Euro bum. All those fights don't matter. Yada 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 yada. But they'll praise another guy because he sold out the Barclays Center and he beat a guy that was a judo wrestler that had a 14-0 record. I can't make this shit up. True. I can't make this shit up. Phone lines is open 530-494-9636. 530-494-9636. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
We did it first. Coach, it's me, Steve Kim.
Steve Kim, talk to me, fam. Talk to me, man. We did it first. Yes, sir.
As always, I'm listening to you, enjoying you in this afternoon here in LA. And Coach, just wanted to talk about two things. Number one, I completely agree with blood boxing yesterday.
Right.
In an era when guys only fight twice a year and so often, I think rankings are very subjective because it's not like other leagues where teams always play each other.
Right.
A certain set of amounts. So you kind of have a baseline of standards. There are none. And so everything is very subjective. And so, you know, when a fighter loses one fight, they say, well, you can't judge a guy off of one fight. Well, I say, well, if he only fights twice a year, that's probably something you have to do.
Right.
In baseball, you can go on a 3-game losing streak and still be in first place and be a great team. You really can't do that in boxing. Right. The regularity is not there. Also, this is something that I've done for a while, and me and Mario have done it. I completely agree with you about the pound-for-pound list. Sometimes there's 3 guys that have separated themselves. Sometimes there's 6 or 7. I think right now there's about 5. I thought about 10 years ago it was Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao and everyone else. I don't think you need to always have a top 10.
Right.
Because quite frankly, sometimes those last 3, 4 guys, you're just grabbing guys out of the air. You really are. And personally, I wouldn't have Loma in my top 10. I just don't think he's been active enough. But I also think at the same time, you're right. It's not as if Devin Haney fought 3 or 4 belt holders to become undisputed the way Usyk did.
Right. Yeah,
so
Usyk,
there has to be some context
Usyk is very,
to that. So I completely...
Usyk is, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Usyk is very impressive to me, man. Like, I'm not, I'm
Well,
just being honest with you. Like, just the way he did it. But go ahead.
And I call him Meadowlark Lemon. He's the Globetrotter. I mean, he has fought in more foreign venues than any fighter. He's fought all over America. He fought in LA, he fought in Maryland, fought in Chicago, then he fought in Russia, then he fought in Latvia, and then he fought in Saudi Arabia. I mean, that's the definition of a world champion.
Fought in the UK?
Yeah, against Tony Bellew, which was a big win. So I just think he checks all the boxes. And I don't want to take up too much time, but just for clarification, Coach, Inoue is a 3-division world champion. He won a title at 108, 112. He skipped 115, I believe, and now he's a bantamweight. So I think he checks all the boxes, too. And he also knocks guys out faster than anyone. I mean, he's knocked out guys that have never been knocked out in like 2 rounds. So if you really delve into it, Inoue is a guy that I'd certainly have in that rare class. And look, and last thing, after Josh Taylor's last fight, I bounced him out of my top 5. I just said, nah, he was terrible. I thought he lost. So you got to be fair about it. But anyway, Coach, I love the show. I'll keep listening, man. I love what you do.
Man, shout out to Steve Kim, man. Thank you so much, brother. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Mo City from H-Town, you know what I'm saying?
Mo City from H-Town. Talk to me.
Hey, man, look, I see it like this, man. Devin only 23 years old. I'm not going to base it on age or all of his accomplishments or the lack thereof. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he undisputed. But he's still cooking, man. You just got in the game. You know what I'm saying? We knew LeBron was LeBron when he got there, and he did his thing, but wasn't nobody throwing him in the Hall of Fame until he had to do what he had to do. Mm-hmm.
he still got some time. And for the Tank and the Ryan Garcia people putting them on pound for pounds, look, man, I'm gonna tell you like another Texas brother fight. A Geneva ain't a Rolex, and a Chrysler 300 ain't a Bentley, man. So at the end of the day, man, them boys ain't doing too much of nothing, and y'all quit lying to y'all self. That's my time, coach.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Antonio Brown. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, brother. Antonio Brown, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Vegas.
I'm Antonio from Vegas. Talk to me.
So I was going to speak about what the bro said before. He pretty much pretty much Lomachenko is the one who really hasn't fought anyone. You know, he only got like 18 fights. He got 2 losses. ESPN tried to get rid of the 2 losses.
Okay.
Tried to give him an O again. Pretty much Devin Haney been fighting everybody. Ryan Garcia didn't want to fight. He fought Linares. He fought also for Isaac Cruz. I think it was Isaac Cruz or Jojo Diaz is one of them. He fought who Ryan Garcia didn't want to fight. He been pretty much doing all the work. He the reason Lomachenko, you know, signed up for the witness protection with the restraining order with the franchise belt. Got a restraining order against Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be his mandatory. You know what I'm saying? From jump. He's supposed to be, matter of fact, he jumped him to fight I can't remember old dude's name. He jumped him to fight him, but he comes up, you know, short with the franchise, you know what I'm saying? So then y'all calling Dev the email camp when Lomachenko the one who gave up the belt. And I feel like if we talking about somebody being disrespected, that's very disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? And for them to first call him the email champ because he running his ass up out the yard, he ran him up out the yard, didn't want to fight, gave up the belt. So since he wanted to do that, y'all call him the email champ. Then he come back, beat the man that beat him, you know, and he already lost to Salido. You know, they tried to get rid of that loss to Salido when he was fighting Teofimo. They calling it undisputed when they know Devin Haney got the WBC belt. Yeah. That shit is disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So who's more disrespected? He the youngest promoter that ever lived. He's the youngest boxing promoter that ever lived. You look it up. Like, this dude's in the Hall of Fame anyway. He's the youngest person in the 4-belt era. We got
other calls calling in.
Okay, I got you. Hold on, one more thing. Cool Boy Steph do need to be on there. I knew he's scared of him. He say he ain't there for no black fighters. He ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? So look out for him, man. There's a lot of people supposed to be on there. Alexander Usyk and the heavyweights ain't supposed to be on there.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't supposed to be on there. So I hear you, bro.
All right, shout out,
man, there's a lot of stuff going on with this time. Thanks for talking about it, man.
Yes, sir. Salute to you, fam. The phone lines is burning up, man. God damn. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Fat. I'm calling from Baltimore, coach. What it is?
Calling from Baltimore. What you say that again, fam? What's your name?
Fat.
Oh, Fat from Baltimore. Talk to me, fam.
Yes, sir. Man, you already know they disrespect Haney. It don't even make no sense. He undisputed. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden belts don't matter, and you know, like I just don't get it. At first I understood they didn't want to do business with Eddie Hearn. I understood that, but for Lomachenko to still be up there in top 10, he done lost. Like the first person I seen him go against that had raw talent and Teofimo Lopez, he lost. Like it seemed like he was scared. Like he got overwhelmed. So I think that for real, had Devin Haney had Kambosos not beat Lopez, I don't even think Lopez would have fought Haney. So I think they playing like some game with him where they tried to keep the glory from him anyway, but he overcame that and got it anyway. Honestly, he need to just keep his, I ain't gonna say keep his head down, but don't even worry about it too much for real, because he gonna get everything that he working for, because people, they already talking about, oh, you got Ryan Garcia, I'm staying up at 140. Tank, I don't know what Tank doing. Tank said he wanted to fight him, then after the fight, when he was in the ring with Jim Gray, he used the same company line. So I don't get it. Like, ain't nobody being consistent but him and Shakur. But now that they got all the belts, now everybody, I don't like belts no more. We ain't fighting for belts now. And then another thing too. Anthony Joshua surprised me with that bullshit. He gonna say the same thing. Oh, the belts don't matter. So that's why you lost in the Usyk. Like that, because you get niggas head that their head ain't right.
All right, but listen, man. Hey,
so
Fat, thank you so much, my brother, for calling in, man. You said your piece. Thank you, fam. Okay.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you?
I got one more thing I need to say though before we close the show. Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury, according to sources and reports that they got out there on the internet, guys, they have agreed. I'm not saying they have a contract. I'm not saying they have a contract. I'm not saying that. But they have agreed to fight each other for a 50-50 purse split. Where am I going at with this? I'm fixing to tell you right now. Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury have agreed to fight each other with a 50-50 purse split. When it comes to Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fixing to fight each other, notice the fan base. The fan bases, oh man, you know, it should be 50-50 because Anthony Joshua, he a big fish in a small pond. America is a bigger country. Deontay Wilder is a big fish over here in America. Check this out. Check this out. I'm sure where I'm going at with this. You didn't hear that from Usyk and Joshua fan bases. When Usyk and Joshua fought. You didn't hear that from, you're not hearing that from Usyk and Fury fan bases right now. Right? I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. My fighter did the heavy lifting. 60-40, 70-30, 80-20. Sign the contract, take whatever we give you. When it was Wilder fighting Joshua, well, you know, negotiations to fight Joshua, trying to fight Joshua. Joshua had 3 belts, while Wilder had 1 belt. The doing the heavy lifting argument was nowhere to be found. Doing the heavy lifting argument was nowhere to be found. When it was Wilder fans talking about what the purse split should be with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua had 3 belts. Wilder had 1 belt. And guess what? They wasn't talking about what Joshua should get the most money because of the heavy lifting. When Joshua fought Usyk, you didn't hear any heavy lifting talk. You didn't hear any sign the contract 70-30, 80-20, 90-10. Take whatever we give you. You didn't hear that. Now that Fury and Usyk is fixing to fight each other, they talking about fighting each other. They've already agreed it's going to be a 50-50 purse split. But when it come to Errol Spence fans and Terrence Crawford fans, 70-30, 80-20, 60-40, sign the contract. My fighter did the heavy lifting. Where was that energy at when Wilder and Joshua? Why we didn't hear that with Usyk and Joshua? Why are we not hearing that with Usyk and Fury? When it comes to certain fan bases over here in America, black fan bases, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all always come with that bullshit. Y'all always come with that bullshit. See how I just blowed that shit up? When it's Wilder fighting Joshua, it's supposed to be 50-50. The wrong side of the street, the heavy lifting, that's nowhere to be found. But when it comes to Joshua, when it comes to Crawford and Spence, it's 70-30, 80-20, 60-40, big fish. My fighter doing the heavy lifting. I just bodied you niggas with your own narrative.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.